Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Archeryshack Shop Talk. This is number 51. I'm Jeremy.
I'm TJ.
And we've got the wonderful, the one and only, the much anticipated Muddy Ducks with us.
Hi, guys.
If y'all have watched our channel much, you know that somebody by the name of Muddy Ducks pops on there. She helps us draw for our prizes, and she helps us do all kind of stuff on there. So she drove, her and Mr. Muddy Ducks drove 5 hours to be here today. We put some strings on Mr. Muddy Duck's bow, ate some pizza, dealt with about 1,000 customers, but we're glad to finally meet y'all.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're here.
I'm about to get a little water.
That's some ditch water.
It's got the black cherry flavoring. But the best part, Muddy Ducks has brought some of her custom tumblers. I'll cut to a close-up of them right now. Wow. These things are pretty nice. She made me and TJ one, and it's got the wood grain, and TJ's favorite color is orange, and mine's green. They're pretty fancy, but y'all ain't gonna believe it. She brought us one to give away this coming Saturday, August 22nd. Let me remind y'all, this coming Saturday, August 22nd, 2020, 6 p.m., we're going live on YouTube, only on YouTube, not on Facebook or anything else. Be on here. Make sure you can comment. We're giving away a recurve bow. We're giving away a home tuning kit. We're giving away a set of bowstrings. We're also giving away this fancy tumbler. So y'all be sure to be on there. I'll post reminders, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff.
Yep.
About an hour beforehand, but you're going to want to be on there. So I'm looking forward to it.
We're going to have a lot of fun that night.
It'll be our 1-year podcast anniversary. So if you've been listening to us for a year, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry we kind of bore you to death a little bit, but
we appreciate you listening.
Yep.
It's been cool. We never thought this many people would listen to us.
I never did either.
But maybe they do. So anyway, this coming Saturday, August 22nd, 6 p.m., we'll be live. We'll probably chit-chat for about an hour, and then we will have some prizes to give away. So definitely be there. I can't wait to see who wins it.
And on the recurve, we're not pre-ordering it. So if you do happen to win, you'll have to email us, and we'll go into details and everything. But we don't want to pre-order one and a lady or a kid win it and can't draw it back.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure if were to be left-handed, we can order you a left-handed one, whatever poundage you want. You can even call and talk to us, about it before we order it, but we'll order it, ship it to you. Same thing with everything else. We'll ship it to you the week after the podcast. So let's talk about Muddy Ducks. She lives down near the coast, and you've been talking about coming up here for a while. Mm-hmm. Where did you originally find me on? Was it YouTube or was it like Facebook or?
It may have been Facebook, or I don't know. It may have been possibly Archery Talk.
Gotcha.
For strings, maybe. I got a set of strings from you 4 years ago.
You were talking a couple years ago about coming to shoot a tournament, and we've talked back and forth, and then this whole YouTube thing came about.
Yeah, because I was seeing you on live on Facebook.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
it. It's crazy how the internet connects people, And anyway, so if you look in our description of most of our videos lately, it says, check out Muddy Ducks' page, and you need to go in there and check it out because she has these tumblers and all kinds of neat stuff. So click on that. And but they rode all the way up here, and we've been stringing bows and doing all kind of stuff. Had a fairly busy day at the shop. It's been a weird week of yesterday wasn't that busy like I thought it was going to be, and then the day did get pretty busy. And then Tuesday or Wednesday was flat out. It was busier than it was today. It
was weird. It's just been a weird week. I mean, I know deer season. Well, this comes out Tuesday, but our low country deer season just opened up this past Saturday. So I don't know if people's realizing that it's already here and they're freaking out, or if they're just.
I think antelope season in South Dakota opened today because I've seen all kind of people posting about it.
Speed goats.
The speed goat. Tell us about these tumblers, because these things, fancy is not the word. I'm going to try to do a close-up, and you've already seen it. I've put it in the video, but it's these are wood grain, and it just blows my mind that this is not, like if I seen this, I would have thought that it was some kind of actual wood, but it's not. It's an ink.
Yeah. It starts out, of course, a regular stainless steel tumbler. They can be completely customized and very detailed to something as simple as a wood grain. I can put glitter. I cannot put glitter. Like with yours, Jeremy, I did the epoxy with the holographic glitter, and then I put the decals on, then spray painted it white, and then used alcohol inks with a really rough brush and actually painted it, and it actually gives it that wood grain look. And then like with the green spots, that's the glitter that's under the wood grain, and then you peel it up to expose the green. Because if I were to take what you guys will see, the flag, if you were to that's actually still a decal. It's still left on the cup.
Gotcha.
If I were to peel that off, there was green underneath. The whole cup is actually green.
Oh,
And then whatever you peel off, it exposes it.
Gotcha.
That's
I
wild.
just give it a couple
is.
coats of epoxy on the outside to seal it.
I seen somebody went live on my Facebook, or somebody shared it, and I seen like sort of how it works, but they had it on the thing.
A
and it
little
was,
turner, yeah. It's basically a rotisserie turner.
This is crazy.
And it just
It
turns it
is.
slowly because the epoxy is self-leveling. So it just slowly just evens out.
If I guess they can message you on Facebook and be like, "Hey, I want a naked cowboy with a apple in his mouth," or whatever. You know what I mean? What does it normally cost for somebody to order one of these?
On average, they start at 30.
Okay,
Yep.
and then shipping and all that stuff
Yep.
if they're not local. So,
Yep.
yep. She's been here today, and I don't know how many people has walked in and been like, "Holy crap, I need one of those." So, hopefully, the video will do it justice when I do the little zoomed in shot. but
Yeah.
And
that's
it does
something else.
have a roundabout time of about 4 to 6 weeks of turnaround time,
Yeah.
because I do have a large order at the house that I'm working on, and it does take a little bit of time,
Oh, I bet.
especially if the person doesn't know exactly what they want,
Yeah,
or if they want it really detailed, depending. And it takes the epoxy quite a bit of time to set, to make sure it's actually cured. Because it doesn't just dry like paint does. It actually has to cure.
gotcha.
It's like this, though. I'd be happy to wait 4 to 6 weeks
Oh, yeah.
for that right there. I mean,
Oh,
that's
you-
awesome.
You bounce around town with this right here, people's gonna be like, "Where you get that at?" But
Let's just hope none of our listeners actually calls her and orders one with our mugs on there with our
Yeah.
picture.
I'd like a picture of Jeremy and TJ, please.
With an apple in their mouth.
Naked. Oh god. We need to at least have an appearance by Mr. Muddy Ducks. Is he back there? Stick your head in here. They listen. They back here listening to us.
He's probably shaking his head. No.
They're probably making fun of us for some reason.
Probably.
Come here.
I know Bubba is.
You just peek over TJ's
We're
shoulder.
gonna have his head will appear
Over here.
beside TJ's shoulder.
Right here.
Holy smokes!
A little more. Right here.
Whoa, there he is.
There he is.
We couldn't con him into being on here, but we thought y'all needed to see it.
Yeah.
Hey, he's
But,
gone.
He gone. But anyway, so cool stuff. These things are nice. Y'all need
Yep.
to check them out. Definitely get on there and check them out.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And that type of thing. How long?
I wish we had the firefighter one up here to
Yeah,
show, but it's
she
already
brought
gone.
she brought a firefighter one, and like 29 firefighters came in today.
Yeah.
And
They were fighting over it.
yeah, it was wild. It was wild. How long have y'all been shooting bows and stuff?
Oh gosh, he got me into shooting bows because I didn't used to do it. Oh gosh, I'd probably say 8 or 9 years for me. He's been shooting for a lot longer than me, but I got into 3D shooting first,
Gotcha.
which he still doesn't really care for it. I do.
It's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun.
It is.
Y'all do a lot of ATV or a lot of four wheeler riding,
Yeah,
all
we
that
do.
good stuff. And you got a YouTube channel, right?
I do. Muddy
Y'all-
Ducks ATV.
Muddy Ducks ATV.
Yep.
Y'all look her up.
Yeah, because that's how it comes up on the comments.
Gotcha.
ATV.
We got some questions.
Yep.
We'll run through that people sent in, and then we'll chat about.
Get the old phone fired up. Let's
Hold
see
on.
here. Jerry on Facebook asks, tell us your hunting rigs for 2020.
I'm gonna shoot a Prime Black 3 Gen 7X Rest Spot Hog Fast 80 sight, Rampage. I hadn't built them yet. 250 or 300s. Conquest bars. What else? That's pretty much it.
What broadheads you gonna run?
I really don't know. Probably, I'm really planning to try out some of those sick broadheads. SIK, if you're looking them up on Google. We heard a lot of good stuff about them, and I'd like to test them.
Yep. I'm running the Prime Black 5 this year. Some Black Eagle Spartan Airs. I've got them built, ready to go. Running the original Vapor Trail. I need to get a Gen 7X, but I doubt if I'm going to have it in time to put on there and try to get it set back up. So I'm probably just going to run that original for right now. Running some of Bernie's old Lighthawk stabilizers and Spot Hog Fast Eddie XL. So that's my rig for the year. Probably going to run Grim Reapers. It's hard to get away from the old tried and true for me. So I want to run those F2s by Sick, but probably going to end up sticking with some Grim Reapers.
Tell us about your bow setup.
I can tell you the bow. That's about it. He sets everything else up for me. I have Matthew's Chill R Blue Ice Edition. And from there, I don't have a clue. What else I got, honey?
You want to see it? Oh, they're breaking it out.
They're going to break it out.
They got it in the case. It's about to mysteriously enter from the left. Holy smokes.
Oh, yeah.
She is running a Montana Black Gold sight. You're running the same stabilizer as we are for the most part.
Yep.
Vapor Trail Rest. I like the blue.
I do too.
I love the blue. I got this off of a girl out of a 3D shoot.
Yep.
She had noticed that I had the blue, and she was like, "I have something." She even had the box and everything. It was still in her little seat that she was carrying around, and I bought it off of her.
Those
really like
grips, you can change the angle and all that stuff. My microphone keeps changing around on me here. You can change the angle. They're pretty high dollar grip. If you buy them new, they're expensive, but I like it, especially the Matthews grip. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I know a lot of people shoot that grip because they can play with that angle.
Yep.
And I shoot bloodlines.
The Bloodline arrows.
Yep.
That's what we're shooting.
And exits the bow.
She gone.
I bet you people are going to see that and think our shop is haunted.
Yeah. It floated away.
It floated away. Let's see here. There we go. I can hear myself now. This comes in from a texture from the 864. Ideal tip weight for 70-pound bow, 250 spined arrow, and I think he means 25-inch draw because it come in at 2.5-inch draw.
Ooh, that stiff at a 25. I wonder if he means draw or arrow. Wish we could.
I don't know. It's got 2.5-inch draw, so I'm assuming it's 25 inches of draw.
Yeah, with a 300 at 25, you'd probably need some weight. Like 250, 300 grains up front to make that fly decent, is my guess. But I mean, there's a really, you just need to test it, but you could get on archersadvantageonline.com and type in all that, and it'll tell you roughly what tip weight to use to make that spine right. But it's going to be pretty heavy. Yeah,
real. I don't know. And he may end up having to go with some Ethics archery insert.
Yeah, just to beef it up.
But I kind of wish I knew if that was a 25-inch arrow or a 25-inch draw. That would help out a lot. But anyway, Shane on Facebook asked, what do you think of the nose button? Man, we're getting asked this a lot here lately.
I know it. We've always wanted TJ to get a nose ring, but no, I'm kidding. We keep selling the fool out of them. I guess they're a good thing. I hadn't shot one, but I like the design of it. You get like a big one and a little one, and it's got these little spikes around it, so you can't push too hard on it or it's gonna hurt. So, from what I can tell, it's okay.
Well, back 10, 15 years ago, we had our own little version of it. We'd tie some servant in or run one of those small nitro buttons. So we kind of had that back in the day, but when they added those little spikes, I agree. You can tell how much pressure you're putting on it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so far we like them.
See, with me, I just have a little knot tied on just for the
that's what I used to
corner of
do.
my lip.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't remember. I feel like we seen those on Lancaster or something right before like they started advertising. Remember, and I ordered a couple, and all of a sudden, like it was everybody and their brother wanted them. We can't hardly keep them in now.
It's just something different for someone to try out.
It is.
To see if it helps.
And I guess with Levi Morgan and all these people promoting it, it helps.
I really think and this is just kind of what I'm thinking, but I would almost try to steer somebody to a nose button versus a kisser button because, you know, you've heard us say it on the live feed, our podcast, that we've seen them come in and look like a squirrel done gnawed all over the
That's
thing.
no joke. And people like do this contorted face to get their kisser button right, and they'll push on it hard and get a lot of left and right shots, but that thing's got them little sharp spines. If you push on it, it's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt that snout.
So, I
Then
mean,
they'll dig their mouth around trying to get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're
We've seen some wild stuff.
oh man, you ain't
It'll
lying.
have tobacco on it and snot.
What's the real big kisser button? What is it, a satellite?
No, it's the biggest one I know of is the Saunders Kiss XL. That sucker's huge.
I can't remember who it was that brought it in here, but when they brought it in here one day, I was like, holy smoke. It was the size of those small ones we got in there, and I'm like, uh-oh.
I feel like I'd lose a front canine. If I,
you ain't lying. All right. Texture from 843 gets in. Thoughts on the tree saddle after the demo?
we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, we did.
I'm not sold on it. I'm not ready to hunt out of it, but I would like to own one to play with for the time being.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'd get in a hurry, forget to clip something, and I'd end up on the ground right now. But I think with a little bit of practice over a month or three, we'd be scaling trees like telephone pole linemen.
Like Donkey Kong.
They did an excellent demo of it. If you hadn't watched it, now we had to go off a mobile signal, and it was I know it was a little jumpy or whatever, but Stanley and Rodney did a very nice demo of how that thing works. And then, like, if you go back and watch it, Rodney uses he screws in his steps as he goes, and then Stanley uses like the sticks. So there's a couple different ways of doing it, but I just like that Rodney had one pretty small backpack of stuff, and he's like, I can take this right here, and this has got the tree saddle and all my normal crap in it, and I can go up 30 foot, and it's like nothing.
The biggest thing with me was if our friend, we got a guy that comes in here all the time, good friend of ours, we call him Squirrel. He's been practicing with his saddle for what? About a year and a half now.
Yep.
And they actually went in after deer season and started looking for spots, and they already preset some trees. Now, I don't know if they put the screw-in steps in or something like that, or if they're running sticks. I'll ask him next time he's in here. Now, I think if you got some private land where you can drill those holes and slap those steps in the tree, I think it would be perfect because I thought it was, as far as the first initial setup, was a little bit time consuming. I guess you could say it would take a little bit,
Yep.
Like you said, you can run a red headlamp or a little green headlamp, not going to spook your deer or animals or anything, but that was the only negative thing I seen was the first initial setup. So if you have a good spot and you're going to be hunting out of the same tree, I could see where it would be walk in, slap a couple, those steps in the tree, and your holes that are drilled. You're pretty much ready to hunt within minutes instead of trying to fight with a climber or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like you.
But in the morning, well, I guess once you got used to it, I could just see me in the morning in the dark cussing and being like, I lost my damn carabiner.
Yeah.
But
I'm like you. I want to get one to play with and maybe next year hunt out of it just to try. But so I'm still one of those
on the fence
with.
And like somebody said, and I know at least, well, and he was talking while he was doing it, so that's why it took a little longer. He was talking, but I just wonder, time frame, climber versus tree saddle, how quick, or was it be about the same if he wouldn't have been talking about
Yeah.
it? But would it take forever to get up there in a tree saddle or not?
I see an advantage for that, like with steps trying to strap them on. I'm like average height. I'm only 5'6".
Yeah.
And I have a hard time because the steps are so far apart.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. So I shoot from the line.
Yeah.
But at least that with the saddle would make it easier to be able to put those steps in and put them where you need to where it'd be easier for you to get up
That's
and down out
true.
of that tree.
That's true.
Well, and the thing with the saddle too is it's designed to where you can hunt any tree. A lot of people with lock-ons or, even with a climber, you get one that goes up kind of fun, makes a funny turn. That's as high as you can get.
Yeah.
And so
Depends on how big around a tree is too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I like that part about the saddle.
Mm-hmm.
And, like I said, my biggest thing is if I was going to hunt out of a saddle, I would, do like our friend Squirrel. And I'm sure that Rodney and them they go in and kind of prep trees beforehand. So that takes a lot of it out of, and also like we said, he was doing the demo and talking. So, but yeah, I'll probably have one to play with.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I don't know. I'd like to just really, I guess, watch YouTube up on it, and learn the different types and all that, and then figure out which one. Because I know there's 4 or 5 companies that make them now.
Tethered, I think he said Trophy Line. Who else? I can't remember. I know them are the 2 that they kept. Tethered and Trophy Line.
I've heard the other ones. I just can't think.
I
of
can't
them.
either.
But I think we ought to get one and play with it.
Yeah.
I'm just glad he's probably watching. Stanley, I'm glad you didn't bounce out of the tree. Because we kind of had a bet going, and Partain was like, I bet if that joker falls out of the tree, he's going to bounce. I was like, I don't know, but we'll be there to video it.
Yeah. All right. A texter from the 213 asks, is the QAD HDX still the best rest?
It's one of the best selling rests. We still sell a lot of them.
We do.
But I would steer somebody towards Vapor Trail, something like that. Maybe Hampski.
Yeah.
The only thing about the QAD, and it's not like everyone does it. We had one in here a while ago, that guy that picked up that bow. I've had, over the years, probably a dozen that the launcher won't go all the way down. It'll stick like halfway down. And it's almost, I don't know what's happening inside, but it's like hard, like it stops at about a 30-degree angle, and like you could force it down, but it's like something's really grabbing it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And they've been good about replacing them the couple times I've sent them back, but I don't know. Like I like QAD, but I think I like Vapor Trail a lot better in Hampski. Because I got that Trinity on the tournament bow, putting the Gen 7X on the hunting bow. Simple.
Yeah. A lot, and as we've seen with the cord, the activating cord that runs through the bus cable, sometimes they'll stretch a little bit and your timing could get off on the rest, so it could cause a little bit of...
I had a bow the other day that I wish I would have been videoing it, but the guy dropped it off. We restrung it. I tried to use the same cord that was on the QAD, and it ended up being a little short, and it was pulling so hard on the cable. When I replaced the QAD cord, the timing changed on the bow, and I was like, good Lord. But I feel like maybe leaving those cables alone is helping the bow out some.
Mm-hmm. But
so we ain't trying to steer you away from the QAD, but
no.
definitely look into the Vapor Trail stuff and the Hampski stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Hunter on Instagram asked, top 3 broadhead choices. I don't...
We both gonna put Grim Reaper in there.
Yeah, Grim Reapers.
This year I'm trying those sick SIK. When the rep come in talking about these broadheads are sick, whatever, I'm like, what are they called? He's like, sick. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Anyway, I'm hoping I'm gonna try them. So for this year, that'll be on my list. And then I don't know. I've never shot them much, but in my testing, I've never had trouble with Rage, even though it's sort of a big conglomerate of a brand. But I mean, it's not something like top of my list I'm gonna shoot. Grim Reaper by far for me and my hunting has been the best.
Me too. I mean, and it all depends on if he's wanting the top 3 mechanicals, top 3 fixed
Well,
blade.
and then like the Montecs they've always been good.
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? Tell us your favorite broadhead pick in the comments.
Yeah. Or top 3.
Yeah, whatever you want to give us.
And so, see, now you've got all these single beveled stuff coming out. I mean, it's just
the iron wheels and
yeah. So that stuff that we hadn't never played with.
It's a complicated question, T-Bob.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of over our head right now.
Speaking of broadheads, we've had people ask, and we are still planning to do some broadhead testing just as soon as we can get it to slow down a little bit here at the shop, which I would approximate will be sometime late October, and we'll start doing some broadhead tests.
We hope.
We hope.
All right.
You saw the ones we brought
Yeah.
Yeah. Muddy Ducks
to add to the bag.
brought us a big old bag full, or a box full, I should say. All right. Al on YouTube asked, should I think about getting an 80-pound bow?
Doubtful.
Well, here, before we,
How big a bull are you?
well, that, and
Shake the 8-ball again. Do it.
Yeah.
what are you going to be going after? What kind of game?
If you're looking into elephant, rhinoceros, hippopotamus, I'd say get you an 80-pounder. Nah, we've had a few people want an 80-pounder lately, and that's fine.
Yeah,
Don't tear your shoulder up messing with it, though.
that's the big thing.
There's people shooting deer with 45-pounders and doing just fine,
Mm-hmm.
But you don't need one for deer, I'll tell you that.
No. Like I said, it just really depends. If you're comfortable pulling 80 pounds,
Have at it.
I will throw this out.
Throw it.
Sit down and try to draw 80 pounds.
Yeah.
If
Well,
you-
and I'll, the couple 80-pounders we've ordered and tinkered with in the past year, to me, didn't feel that bad.
No,
But still, I don't think I'd want to hunt with it.
me neither.
I mean, I'd want a 100-pounder. I'm kidding.
Well, think of when you're even just with a 60 or 70-pound bow. When a deer comes out, most people they fight to get that bow back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Think-
saying everybody,
Think of it being
But-
cold and you sitting down and in the woods and
and the adrenaline's going through you, and you think you can.
I
Yeah,
can't get it back.
yeah.
Be my luck.
But if you feel comfortable doing it,
Don't tear your shoulder up.
Do
is my
it.
advice.
yeah.
Like I told somebody earlier, I said, you don't get younger, you get older. So it'll come back on you.
Tom on YouTube asks, thoughts on Infinite Edge versus Vortex Hunter for kids?
Definitely go Infinite Edge. The Vortex Hunter is like a Walmart bow. It's got plastic cams. I mean, if it's like you don't want to spend you don't want to spend much money. Small kid, you could maybe get away with that Vortex Hunter for a little while, but literally the whole bow's plastic, and I wouldn't buy it if I was. You can get your money back out of the Infinite Edge. That Vortex Hunter is kind of junk.
Yeah.
Just to be quite honest.
And we see a lot of Infinite Edges coming through the doors.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 or 3 back here now.
The Vortex Hunter's a little bit adjustable, but that Infinite Edge is like really adjustable.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can jack it up to 70, down to 5, I think it is. 20, no, it's less than 21.
No, it's 17 to 30, I think.
Something
maybe.
like that, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'd go Infinite Edge. If money's a problem, that'd be about the only reason to go Vortex. And there's like 3 there's a Vortex Light, a Vortex Hunter. Barnett makes them, but they're everything's plastic.
I mean, it might be something good to buy in case they just don't get into it. But
Yeah.
the only bad thing about that,
It'd be hard to sell it.
yeah,
And Griffin started off with that one of them Vortex bows, and it exploded Bad.
You don't want that to happen to a kid and then
No.
not want to pick a bow up again.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't hurt, but it'll scare the crap out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will.
I don't know how many times when Griffin had it, it would derail and it ended up just being junk.
Gene on Facebook asked, thoughts on the Expedite NXT?
I don't know. I'm going to look it up. All we know is that it has been released.
Yeah, pretty much,
And
and it's 300,
360.
yeah, 360 feet per second with, they said, speed and comfort.
A very comfortable bow.
Yeah.
Oh, I misspelled that pretty bad.
So we know it's got the Evolve cam system on there.
It looks like a good bow.
Are they still calling it the Evolve cam?
I'm going to look. Finishes black, tan, First Light Fusion, Kuyu Verde, Mossy Oak Country, Realtree Edge, Cryptek Altitude, 60 to 75% let off. The EC, the Evolve Cam, 10 turns down, 24.5 to 30. So they're getting the speed with the low let-off module, but you can also get it 80 to 90%. It's got a 5.5-inch brace height, which I'm not and it's 33 axle to axle. With high let-off mods, they're saying 348 to 356 IBO, and it ships with a high let-off module. It says, It looks good. I'd like to shoot one,
Yeah.
but that 5.5-inch brace height kind of deters me a little bit. But it would be speedy. Did something just explode?
I don't
Is
know.
Bubba okay back there?
I don't know.
Oh, he's not talking.
He down.
He down.
Godspeed, son. Anyway, it looks good. Hopefully the rep will come by sooner than later, our new rep, and bring us one to play with.
Yeah.
And then we'll we might even do a video while he's here.
Yeah. I don't.
A little home movie.
I
But
guess we hadn't even. I know I was doing something and just seen it pop up because we were talking in the shop. Normally, the last ASA shoot of the year, the Classic, which we never did even turn on today. I don't think. I think they were shooting today.
Today?
I think so.
I got my days mixed up.
I think I could be wrong. It may be next week. But PSC always releases a bow at the Classic, and we was talking last week about if they were going to do it. And then all of a sudden, it pops up on Facebook, and I'm like,
I don't think ASA's this week. Something else is going on this week.
I can't remember. I thought it was ASA. Maybe next week. So,
Muddy Ducks brought me this fancy keychain. It says Muddy Ducks on it. It's pretty fancy.
Yeah.
Did you get one?
yeah, so I done put it on my keychain.
Damn it. I thought I was special.
All
You
right.
got yours first.
I got mine first because TJ wouldn't leave the customers.
Well, thanks for leaving me up here with about 10 of them.
I was trying.
All right. Last question I got comes in from a texter from the 724. How do I fix cam lean on my Halon X?
You buy or flip the top hats, and that's the little doohickeys beside the cam. You take your cam off with a bow press, and those top hats pop out of there. Somewhere we got a video talking about them, but a lot of times you can just flip them. Sometimes you need a kit. You can get the kit from Lancaster for about $55, or you can get it from a Matthews dealer. But that's pretty much the gist of it. Because that with a bow like that, you don't have yokes, so the only thing to do is pretty much to shim it. That bow don't have shims. The shims are the top hats, so you got to move them around.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Yep.
I can't wait till we do our giveaway next week.
I know. Getting excited on that one.
It'll be neat. The bow we're giving away is pretty much a Samick Sage, but it's the Lancaster version. They call it the Galaxy Sage. And I think you can get it from like 25 to, I don't even know, 55 or 60 pounds. And like I say, we'll talk to whoever wins it, we will talk to about the poundage, because like if you're not familiar with a recurve, like 45 is the most popular if you're a dude. But even I like 35 or 40 to be comfortable, I'm not planning to go kill a deer with one, because I've got a 50 pounder that I've had forever, and that thing is stout. Because I want to be able to hold it for just a second, hit my anchor point, shoot it. But with that one, I'm like plucking it. But we're giving that away. That tuning kit has got like levels and
Serving, string loop, string wax.
yeah,
Serving jig. I can't remember what all was in there.
it's a big bag of stuff.
It is.
Jeffrey Redmond sent it in, so thank you, Jeffrey. And we're giving away a bowstring set. Excuse me, KJ. I got something in my gizzard. Hang on. KJ gave it to us, paying for it.
Yeah. Yeah, KJ's paying for the string set.
And Muddy Ducks has brought this fabulous tumbler.
Yep.
So it'll be it'll be good. How y'all think we ought to draw for this thing?
I don't know. I've been racking my brain on how to do it. I guess we're just going to do numbers.
I just can't. It's probably the easiest. I just can't decide. Is there going to be like 20 or Saturday night's not probably a good night because everybody's out eating and doing their stuff. I don't know if we'll have like 20 or 30 people or if like everybody will be like, y'all need to tune in.
Yeah.
And we'll have like 100 people. But I guess either way, we'll just do what we got to do. The numbers are the easiest.
Yeah.
You just need to figure out where you're going to start and stop. So if more people come in,
true.
People later on will be like, well, I really wanted a bigger number.
Yeah. I mean, if we like said choose a number between
1 and 100.
100, I don't see more than 100 people be getting on.
I got
a feeling it'll be like 30 or 40.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully y'all share it like crazy, but yeah, we might just do that. Kind of our normal deal.
And we'll use random.org like we always do.
Mm-hmm.
So before we draw, if we have 100 people, then we're good. But if we've got, 40, 50 people, then we can back that number down and draw. So,
Well, I guess what we could do is talk for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Get a guesstimation. It'll tell us how many people's on there. Then
Mm-hmm.
we can say, all right, we'll go to 50. Tell everybody to hold up. Don't start throwing out numbers yet.
Yeah.
Whoa. And we'll try. That's what we'll do. That'd be good. And then afterwards, y'all can email and give us your address, and we'll ship out the goods.
That's
and
right.
if we don't come next weekend, I can do the same thing like I've been doing.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Keep up with it.
That will be good.
Just in case somebody goes off for a little bit and comes back. Or
Yeah. And I know, just to give everybody a heads up, I think you got to have an account. Pretty much a Google account is what you need, but because it transfers over to YouTube. But to be able to comment, you might want to go ahead and get on YouTube and make sure you got an account or whatever. And it's nothing fancy. You just type in your name and that type of thing. Because I've had every week it seems like somebody will text or send a thing and be like, I'm always watching, but I can't figure out how to comment. I'm like, well, if you don't have that account, it won't let you comment.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, they have to sign in.
we'll mention this 100 times when we do the live feed. But
Oh, yeah.
that'll be next week. That'll be our 1 year thing. Champagne will flow from the ceilings. Confetti, bombs.
Now, look, I don't know what you're thinking about, but
Glitter
probably
bombs.
beer be flowing. Or water. Water cheap.
The champagne of beer.
That's right.
Miller. But anyway, we'll have a good time. So thank y'all for listening as always.
You gotta show them the cups.
I'm gonna do a zoomed in thing when I was talking about it. Make it real fancy. It'll be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Thank y'all for driving 12 and a half hours.
Yeah.
Welcome. I appreciate it.
Good to meet y'all.
Have fun.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be back next week with all kind of giveaways
That's right.
and excitement. And yeah. So thank y'all for listening. We'll see y'all then.
See y'all.
Toodles.
Bye.